Hey, Live Out Loud. It is me, it's Shonda coming to you live. And I wanted to pop in real quick and talk a little bit about our new stylists that are joining us in February. So if you're new to our team, welcome, welcome. We're happy to have you. As some of you know, our Jumpstart program is going to be changing next month, starting March 1st. But our new stylists that are starting in February actually have such an amazing program to work with, even though they're still working within the old Jumpstart program, or the current Jumpstart program, I should say. But they have some extras to work with. So if you're new, jot your name down in the comments because I want to see who you are. And if you are somebody who brought somebody in new, make sure that you tag them in this post. So, okay, so I'm going to do this old school style. I'm going to use a flip chart because personally, I just think out loud. So sometimes I'm thinking and writing at the same time. But if you haven't seen this already, make sure that you check out the new Stylist Incentives flyer. This should have come in your starter kit. And also check out our Jumpstart program that also came in your starter kit. So if you are a seasoned stylist and you're watching this, you know what? Pay attention because you never know who you're going to be talking to that maybe is ready to take the plunge, maybe ready to get started with Color Street and start their new business. Because this month we have the 5 extra strips for your investment in the starter kit. So the starter kit is $129 for US. And so again, if you're new, we're both in the US and Canada. So you're gonna see a lot of times US dollars and Canadian dollars. So just know that our rate, what's the conversion rate for Canada is 1.27. So if you're new here and you don't know that, there you go. But plus tax and shipping, but you get a starter kit which is valued like $250 or more, plus the 5 extra strips for joining the team this month. This is a great time. If you have talked to anybody in the past who has thought about joining Color Street, you know, maybe they're doing it for fun, maybe they're doing it to make new friends, maybe they're doing it because they love to polish their nails at home, or maybe they're looking at a really good income opportunity, be it just a little side hustle or something bigger than that. Now is a great time to follow up with them because they get the extra 5 strips in their starter kit. Plus we have 100 purple tickets. The purple ticket, kind of like the Willy Wonka thing, will give them, oh shoot, I have the deluxe carry case with me because I'm actually taking it to the Bahamas to give to Helene Marcoux, who earned one a couple months ago. We just don't have them available in Canada yet. But anyway, yeah, you get the deluxe carry case and something else. Maybe one of you guys could tell me what it is because I forget. Anyway, so you make your investment, you get the starter kit and a chance to earn a purple ticket, which is great. But from there, let's talk about if you do what you get. So if you do, okay, a launch party. Okay, a launch party that generates $300 personal volume. So that's about $300 in US, it's about $380 Canadian. But you produce 300 PV, and what you get for doing that with this new stylist incentive, okay, this is the thing that we're talking about. Yes, Bruce, thank you, the planner. That's awesome. Okay, so when you get $30 bonus USD, or, sorry you guys, you could probably hear my dryer going off. You know, it's so funny. We did a house remodel and we just got back into our house in November and I'm still not used to all the music playing from other appliances. The dishwasher, the oven, the washer, the dryer. It's crazy. Anyway, so when you do $300 in sales in your first 35 days, you will receive either $30 cash bonus US or $38.50 in Canadian. Guess what? In addition to that, the person who enrolled you gets half of that amount too in a cash bonus, which is really cool. That's a really great option because if you're new and maybe you have a friend who's been thinking about doing this, you could get your $30 in US plus when you sign somebody else up in February and they do the same thing, you get another $15 in cash. Let's talk about the 300 in PV as well, because you're also going to receive 25% commission, which is $75 cash. So now you're over $100 in cash, and this is US again. I didn't do the conversion. Oh, Cheryl, okay, it's backwards. Let me flip. Hold please. Thank you, Cheryl, for letting me know. There you go. That should do it. Sorry. There. Trying to get rid of the little kit, but anyway, there we go. Okay. So, the deluxe carry case is now available in Canada. Yay. I think that probably has come up in the last 24 hours, which is great, but I'm bringing it to the Bahamas anyway, so because it's packed, it's ready to roll. Okay. So anyway, over $100 in cash just by submitting $300 in sales. That's crazy. That's crazy amazing, right? Let's see. Plus, as a new stylist, when you do it in your first 3 months of business, so if you do new stylists who join during the incentive period are eligible to earn rewards. And when you achieve, you get it for 3 months. Yeah, so for your first 3 months. So submit 300 in your first 35 days, another 300 in 65 days, and another 300 in 95 days. And you'll receive the extra $30 bonus each month that you're doing that. Plus, your enroller receives half of that. So that's a really, really great deal. Now, we have another do that when you do, so if you're consistent, when you submit $2,000 PV in your first 6 months, okay? So that's what, $350 per month? Pretty easy to do. If you can do 300, you could do 350, right? You could go just a little bit further. But when you do 2,000 PV in 6 months, you receive 150 US cash bonus or 190.50 in Canadian cash bonus. And when you do that, your enroller receives either $50 in cash or $63.50 in Canadian. So this is a really amazing way to be able to do and get, so it's not a chance, it's not a risk, it's not a gamble, it's a guarantee. When you do these things, you get these things. Okay, now let's also talk about Jumpstart because we're in the current program that we have right now. Jumpstart is pretty amazing because when you sell 1,000 PV in your first 35 days, okay, you receive either $50 PC is product credit, okay, so you get product credit that you can purchase business supplies with, or $65 product credit for Canada, okay? So with $1,000 in sales. Okay, so what does that mean? Like you're looking at it going, okay, I can do the 300. That's pretty easy, right? I can do 300. But again, if you can do 300, you can do 600, or you can do 900, or you could do a little bit more and hit $1,000. and I can show you how to do that, okay? When you submit 2,500 personal volume in your first 65 days, okay, you receive another $75 in product credit or $95 Canadian. And then when you submit $4,000 in personal volume in your first 95 days, you get, again, this is do and get. This is not a risk. It's guaranteed. You get $150 product credit, US, or $190 product credit in Canada, okay? So that could be a little bit daunting if you're new to where you're going, like $4,000 in sales. We're talking like $11 to $14 nail strips. These things, they don't add up that fast, right? That's what you could be thinking. But guess what? Mr. Park has some things up his sleeve, and we're going to find out a little bit more about that next week. But honestly, it comes down to really being focused on being efficient in your business. So whether you're doing Color Street for a hobby, for your personal nail strips, to just sell to family and friends, what we really want to encourage you to do and remind you is that Color Street is a party plan direct selling company. So in other words, we work within the parties, right? Because who doesn't love a party? Even if it's not a party just to sell, it could be a party that is just really about getting friends together. It could be, well, this weekend we have Super Bowl, right? What a great opportunity to bring some nail strips with you. Even the ones, the 18 strips that came in your kit this month, right? Take those to the Super Bowl with you and talk to people while, you know, football isn't happening. We have lots of commercial breaks happening, right? So what we encourage you to do is to work within, you begin working with your warm market, but we want to help you move into your cooler market. So how you do that is what we call Launch Plus 4. So you host a launch party. And a launch party could be a little bit in person and a little bit virtual, depending on where you live and what you're allowed to do, according to the CDC. But a launch party, that is your warm market. That's you reaching out to the people that you know, your friends, your family, your immediate neighbors, kids, parents that you know, all of those people, to let them know that you're in business, okay? When you do a launch party, and the goal, honestly, we've got some real hot dogs in our group here. The goal is to sell $1,000 in your 2 launch parties. What? That's crazy, right? Not so much if you get about 20 orders or so, not even 20 orders. So it's easy. I don't want to say it's easy to do, but it is definitely doable if you start with just a list of people and you start reaching out. Treat it like you were opening a storefront in your community, right? If you were opening a brick and mortar store, you're going to be blanket marketing to everybody within, you know, a few miles, right? They'll be getting flyers in their mailbox. You'll be advertising on Facebook, in the paper, you know, all the things that you can do to let people know that you're in business. Well, you may not do flyers in all the neighborhood mailboxes around you, but it's really through word of mouth that people find out about your Color Street store, which is your website. Or it could be your basket of, you know, nail strips that you carry around. There's a lot of different ways that people do business. So going for 1,000 PV. But guess what? You don't have to do that. It's really about capitalizing. It's about doing your best to get people introduced to Color Street, because as you know, as soon as we get this product on somebody's fingers, their mind is blown. There's something really magical about dry nail polish, right? So it's about you reaching out and getting it on people's hands. So in other words, when you mail a sample, you mail a 2-finger tester to somebody, most times they will not put it on. Sorry to break your bubble if you haven't had that experience yet, but if you're new, you need to know that. Most people won't put it on, and why is that? Because they don't know what to do with it. They honestly, you look at this little 2-finger tester and you're like, I don't even know how to do that. Even if there's instructions, it's kind of scary. So if you can FaceTime with them or Zoom with them, and show them how to put it on so they can put it on with you. That's the best way to get it on their fingers. Unless you can be there in person and you can actually put that on their finger, then again, mind is blown. Okay, so with a launch party, let's say you have, I'm just gonna make it something really achievable. Let's say you have 6 people at your launch party, okay? Maybe you have 4 at the live party, maybe you just have a couple, or maybe 4 or 5 on your virtual party, but really you can get more than that. But we're just playing really low numbers. Let's say you get 6. Now, when you go do a party, you do a party online, you do a party on Zoom, you do a party in person, whatever it is, all you have to do is be you. Like, just be your warm, authentic self and show them what it was that you loved about the product. And when you do that, I guarantee somebody at that party is going to be saying, you know what, my friends will love this too. So you want to be talking about the people outside of this immediate party, because yeah, they might know each other pretty well, but guess what? All 6 of those people know a lot more people outside of that immediate circle. So that's where this is your warm market, and you want to get to your cool market, okay? So warm, and the way to get to your cool market is by working with your warm market. So let's say 2 people decide to host a party, right? And each one of them has 6 people at their party, okay? So now you went from your warm market and you're working with 2 people who said, yeah, I want to host a party because I have friends that are going to love this product. And yeah, I'd love to take the prizes for hosting. And so now you're talking to 12 new people that are part of your cold market. And guess what happens? Because you were invited to the party and by your friend, right? They know you, they can refer you, they can vouch for you, and their friends are warm to you because their friend knows you. Their friend is a friend of yours. So yeah, it might be a cold market, but maybe it's a little more lukewarm. It's not completely cold because there are commonalities here. So let's say 2 people at each of these parties decide to book a party, right? And they each have 6 people at their parties. These look like whiskers, don't they? Or upside down eyelashes. I don't know if I have it completely right. But now you've got 24 cold leads, really? Because, yeah, you met these people at a party and they're friends of a friend of yours, but now you're reaching out to people that are no longer essentially connected. So this is definitely a cold market. And guess what? When you just wash, rinse, repeat, right? And you do the same thing, you be your authentic self, you go, you have fun with strangers at parties, and they book parties. And then they do the same thing. So you're just doing the process of duplication. That's 6, that's, let's see, 8 times 6 is what, 48 people. So now you've got 48 new customers. So you've got a lot of customers. We went from 6 to 24 to 48. I didn't do the math on that. Maybe one of you can. So 6 to 12 to 24 to 48. So I think that's well over 90. That is how you start with the warm market and you move into that lukewarm or cold market that you're really trying to reach, because each of us as a stylist can support about 500 customers easily. And so with just really a good 6 months of doing this repeatedly and keeping it simple, keeping it really duplicatable, you can definitely get to this place. Thank you, Bruce. Thanks for mathematizing my mouth. Is that a word? Anyway, yeah, I just really wanted to come and promote February Stylists. You guys have 2 amazing programs to work with here. Definitely pay attention to this flyer, read it, read all the fine print. Take advantage of it, because this is the one and only month that this is running. So you want to take advantage by getting that $300 in PV minimally in, and then to hit the 1,000 PV, you have your first 35 days. So get your 300 in February for sure, and that way you can really work on getting the extra 700 to reach those jumpstart goals. So I hope this makes sense. I really want to encourage you. Welcome again to our new stylists. I want to encourage you to work those programs, because they really are amazing, and you're going to make some really great money while you're having fun at parties. Okay, guys, take care now. See you soon.